talking about, the way India performed in the first ODI. Now, the 2019 ICC ODI World Cup will be held in England and Wales, where there will be seaming conditions. Going by what we saw in Dharamsala in the first ODI, how much of a concern is the Indian batting, sir, in seaming conditions?
Well, they've done well in England in the past, in the Champions Trophy 2013. This year also in the Champions Trophy, they did very well to reach the finals. So they're used to the conditions. They will have the odd bad day. Every team has the odd bad day, which is what has happened at Dharamsala. My only concern is 2019 is still a year and a half away. My only concern is that they should go to South Africa, not just with a win against the Sri Lankans, but with lots of runs for their top order batsmen and lots of wickets for their top bowlers under their belts. Because when they go overseas, they'll be confident of having performed and being in good form when they take on South Africa in Cape Town on the 5th of January.
Right. Now, if we look ahead to the second ODI, do you see India bouncing back hard in Mohali?
Oh, definitely, yes. They have the capability. They have got all the talent in the world. Like I said, it could be just a bad day at the office for the Indian team. If the pitch at Chandigarh, Mohali, is a bit like that, maybe, who knows, the toss might come into play, in which case India might decide to bowl first and dismiss Sri Lanka for not too many. So, yes, India certainly has the capability of coming back and winning the series.
Also, do you see India making any changes perhaps to their playing 11 for the Mohali ODI?
They could be, depending on, depending on the kind of pitch that we see at Mohali. They might include another seamer, and that will mean that Hardik Pandya will be a fourth seamer to be able to use the conditions. One spinner is what they might go in. They might, well, I know they've been saying that Rahane is only an opening batsman, but I would, because Virat Kohli is not in the team, I would look at batting him at number 3, so that he can, in case an early wicket falls, he can stabilize the innings and take the innings forward. So I would like to see those two changes. Whether the team management will do those changes, we don't know.
Right. India, of course, still very much the favourites perhaps to win the series despite going down 0-1. But how would you like the team to approach the remaining 2 games?
Well, with positivity, win by a big margin, because that's the only way to get your confidence back. You don't want to scrape to a win, which is also not such a bad thing, because that shows your fighting spirit, that you're hanging in there right till the end. But a big win with a big margin is always something that demoralizes the opposition and puts you in a very good frame of mind. So big wins in these remaining 2 one-day games will certainly put the Indian team in a good frame of mind for the T20s that follow.
Right. One final question for you this evening, sir. After these 2 ODIs and of course the 3 T20s that follow after with Sri Lanka, India will be off to South Africa, which will be a very, very challenging tour. In that context, how important do you think will it be for India to produce some very strong performances in the remaining limited overs matches versus Sri Lanka?
They'll have to produce strong performances, because make no mistake, the South African coaches, the South African think tank is watching these matches. They're watching the matches to try and see any chinks in the armour of the Indian batting team, any chinks, any soft spots as far as the bowling is concerned. And so you win big against the Sri Lankans in these remaining 2 limited over matches. The South Africans will have to rethink their strategy. Otherwise, what they can do is prepare pitches like we had at Eden Gardens or Dharamshala. And they know with their bowling attack, they will have the Indians in trouble.